What's up, Fit Fam? Happy Monday. Hope you guys are having a great Monday so far. As you know, this is going to be my first mobility video. It's going to be a 2-week long program. We're going to hit different parts, different joints, different muscle groups, and work on different movement patterns for the entire 2 weeks. All right, each day a little bit different, but each day we'll have 3 exercises. I'm going to do each one for 4 to 5 minutes each, all right? And I'm going to be doing them along with you during this video. So today we're going to start with our T-spine. Ignore my cat. She is very playful right now. We're going to do the T-spine, which is the middle of your back, your thoracic spine. We're going to work on the overhead movement, which would be like an overhead press, dumbbell shoulder press, kettlebell shoulder press, that type of thing. And we'll also work on our neck, all right? For today's practice, you will need a foam roller and a lacrosse ball or a a tennis ball or something small and round and hard, all right? So first move we're going to do, I'm just going to set my watch to have a 4-minute timer. I'm going to walk you through each move and then, have fun. Hopefully she doesn't try to attack me too much. All right, so first move, I'm going to set my 4-minute timer here. So you're going to lay down flat on the foam roller. And what you're going to do is you're going to press the middle of your back into one part. You're going to cross your arms over. And you're just going to lean back. And as soon as you hit that full extension, you're going to bridge your hips up to get a little bit more. And you're going to go back down. You're going to stay at the same part for a couple seconds. Then you're going to move the foam roller up a little bit. And then same thing, all right? So I'm going to start here in 3, 2, 1. And I'm starting now. 4-minute timer. Cross my arms over. And I'm just going back, hips up, and then back down. And then up, and then hips up, and then back down. And so reach back, hips up, and back down. Now I'm going to shift my weight forward a little bit to a different spot on my spine. I'm going to reach back, hips up, and down, all right? If you find a spot that's especially tight, you can stay there for a little bit longer than normal. Just all the way down. Be sure that you're hitting different parts too. Don't stay at the same spot for the entire time. So I'm reaching back here, and then up, and then back down. If you need to stop, kind of move your arms around. I know it's going to be a lot of pressure. And then reset. Cross those arms over. Try to hold those elbows like you're giving yourself a nice hug. Reach back, all the way up, and then down. We're about 1 minute into this first one here. Reach back, hips up, and then all the way back down. Try to keep your neck neutral too. I'm trying the best I can as well. So reach back, hips up. Here we go. If that foam roller moves around on your back a little bit, that's totally fine. That's what it's meant to do. It's really digging into that soft tissue back there, kind of loosening up the middle of your back. And again, be sure to find and search for those spots that are extra tight and spend a little bit extra time on them as well, all right? There we go. We got about a minute left here now. We're about 2 minutes in. Got about a minute left. Reaching back. Now, if it's a little too tight when you reach back, you don't have to press your hips into the air. Just kind of go back and forth on that spot. All right, 2-minute mark here. So we're 2 minutes into it. Reaching all the way back here. Big roll out. There we go. I'm going to reset real quick. It's always good to take a little reset. Again, hug your body tight. Then extend back. And then up. Back down. All right, we got about 1:40 left. Also, too, if you find one spot that's really tight here, kind of try to roll side to side on it right here. This is an exercise we're going to do often when we hit our T-spine. Hit that rolling motion. There we go. We're getting a little more pressure on that one side. And say that left side is a little tighter than your right. You can kind of just roll back and forth right there on that side. There we go. I'm going to reset again one more time. Stretch out my neck a little bit. And then I'm back to it. We got about 1 minute left. So I'm reaching all the way back. Hips up, back down. Make sure you're breathing while you're doing this too. Here we go. Use that breath pattern to kind of roll out right there. Here we go, last 30 seconds here. I'm going to find that spot that was kind of troubling me, and I'm going to kind of roll on it a little bit. There we go. Again, if you find those areas where you find something a little more tight than those other parts, really try to spend some extra time on that. That's where your body is telling you you need the most work. You might have your entire T-spine mobile, but that one little part, and that's alright if you want to stay on that part where you can really feel it. There we go. We got about 10 more seconds here. And back down. And up. Back down. Up. Alright, and that is our first one. Second one, we can ditch the formula now. We're not going to need it. We're going to take a lacrosse ball and we're going to massage out our lats here. We're going to really dig into that soft tissue using this ball, alright? So your lat is going to be the side of your back right here. So you should extend your arm forward. I'm going to set my timer here. I'm going to set it for 2 minutes because we're going to need 2 minutes on each side, alright? So kind of find a spot, then kind of dig until you kind of see how that ball is right there. So I'm just going back and forth here. Back and forth here. And again, just like that last one, you're going to want to switch spots. Find a different spot on that muscle group where you can really feel it dig in. Ooh, I just felt it right there. Now, if you have that lacrosse ball and it's a little too much pressure, you can use a tennis ball for this move. It'll be a little bit softer on that tissue. Again, find those different spots. Really roll it out here. By doing this to our lats, it's going to allow us for that smoother overhead press motion. Those lats tend to lock up when we press our arms straight overhead. They might force those dumbbells or kettlebells or whatever forward. And again, I'm finding those different spots. You can go side to side, you can go up and down, or you can kind of just press into that muscle too. Just do whatever feels right for your body. There's no wrong way to do this exercise as long as you just have it in that one certain spot. And again, we got about 40 seconds left on this side. Then we're going to switch sides to the other one here. There we go. You can kind of even catch the back here. The back of your lats right here under this shoulder. You can roll it out. There you go. We got about 30 more seconds here. And again, I'm just kind of pressing that part down into it because that's what feels the most tight to me. So I'm just kind of pressing down into it here. I'm going to do a little side to side, little pulsing motion on it. Whew. Again, this is going to feel pretty intense if you haven't really rolled out your lats or really taken this spot massaging to it. So again, put as much pressure as it feels comfortable, all right? We got about 5 more seconds here. Last little part. All right, now we're going to switch sides here. And again, 2 minutes on the other side, all right? 4 minutes total for each of these moves today. I'm just massaging it out here. And again, you might have to move that ball around a little bit to kind of try to find that problem area. And once you do, spend a little extra time on it. I know I'm being repetitive, but sometimes we need to hear that. Just up and down on it. Here we go, and again, you can either use a tennis ball or something a little softer than this lacrosse ball. Go ahead. We can work up to that lacrosse ball. I know it's very dense, really digs into that soft tissue. Just rolling back and forth. Control your breathing too. Make sure we're breathing in and out. Here we go. I found that little area where I can really feel it. So I'm just going to kind of press into it here. Alright, we're about 1 minute into it here. About 1 minute into it. Here we go. I'm going to shift positions. I'm going to really dig into it right there. Pressing down. There we go. Again, control that breathing. Be sure to shift that ball around. Here we go. And keep that arm straight in front of you. There you go. If it pops out, that's alright. Just find the new spot. We got about 30 seconds left now. Again, a watch timer will work perfectly. A stopwatch. Or, just follow along to this video. I'm going to really press into it here. I'm really feeling it in that spot in my lat. All the way into it. and little side to side movements. Try to hit all different parts of your lat, even that kind of backside on your shoulder a little bit. Kind of roll it out. Again, some areas are going to feel a little more tight than others. All right, 2 minutes are up. All right, guys, now for the last move, we're going to be hitting our neck, all right? So what we want to do is we're going to kind of trace this ball. We're going to use the lacrosse ball still. Trace this ball around the back of your neck, and you're going to kind of follow the curve of your skull. So I'm going to move back a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to press it straight up and then down towards my jaw in this kind of half circle motion here. Hope you can see. Here we go. Maybe this will be a little bit better. Straight up. I'm going to kind of control it down below my ear and my jaw here. All right, and again, we're going to do 2 minutes here on each side. So I'm going to start my watch now. Just straight up and down right here. Same thing, really trying to dig into that tissue. Kind of make a little circular motion. That's what I like to do here. You kind of hit the top of your trap here too, but try to focus more on your neck than you are on your traps or your back, which spends a lot of time hitting our back. Again, it's circular motion right here. You should be able to feel the base of your skull right here. You want to get under that right here. Especially if you work at a computer all day, you can probably really feel this digging in here. It might be really sore. It's alright, it's what we're here to do, gain some mobility in all these different areas that we probably don't even think of. There we go, just relaxing here, rolling out our neck. 2 minutes each side. There we go, just kind of really digging that ball in. Find the spot where you can feel it the most. We can use both arms here, get a little lat stretch too. If you do this way too, you can probably feel how loose your lats feel right now after working them with that ball. Here we go, just keep digging around, making those half circles, spending a little extra time where you feel it the most. There we go, we got about 25 more seconds here. Just up and back. Up and back. There we go, I feel it the most here at the base of my neck. So I'm going to spend a little of those last couple seconds just kind of massaging this out right here. There we go, just digging into it. Digging into it, making a little circle motion here. And that's time for that right side. Now we're going to switch to the left side here, same thing. Just kind of digging it in here. And then all the way up to that circle. And back. Make those little half circles here. Walking it just under our jaw. Just under this little bony part of our skull here. Behind our ear. And all the way back down here. Here we go. It's the last mobility exercise of the day. I know these probably seemed a little long, probably working parts of this longer than we usually would. We need that extra time to really get those joints and muscles loosened up. And again, every single day, we'll hit a different group. We're going to spend a lot of time working mobility in our hips, our thoracic spine. Those are two big problem areas for most of us. The hips and thoracic spine are the two joints between our lower back too, and really getting some mobility in our hips and our T-spine will free up some pain in our lower back. We'll spend some time there too. And most days we'll be using a lacrosse ball and a foam roller. Those are going to be our two main instruments that we're going to use. Other days we might even use a soccer ball, a stick. You can use a broom for that. Use a variety of stuff. We got about 25 more seconds here. We're almost done. And you're almost done with your first mobility workout. And again, this is an entire 2-week program, so we're going to want to make sure we stick with it each and every day, alright? Each day builds upon the next. And if we miss a day, we can always do 2 in one day, but try to go 1 per day. because each one's going to build upon the previous day, hitting a different pattern in a different muscle group. And that's time. All right, Fit Fam, hope you enjoyed this mobility workout. Quick 12 minutes, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at noon as well. Goodbye.